Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. Welcome if you're new here. What was I? Oh yeah. So, you know what's weird? I don't know if anyone can explain this, but when I just lift my head up, like the back of my neck is so sore. Like it's not even funny. And I don't know what's wrong with it. If anyone may have a clue, like I could be sleeping on it the wrong way, I could have torn it up at the gym, I'm not sure. If anyone may have an idea, I would like to hear it in the comments, please, down below. I think either I need a new bed or like learn how to sleep. I don't know. Anyways, so today I just wanted to talk about the same thing, personal growth, self-awareness, right? So before we get to that, I wanted to write down some things that I did this week that were either success or failure. Failure, I guess there was a situation that happened the other day and I had a meltdown and I started crying. Not a meltdown, I just started crying about it. I'm not going to say what the situation was. I like to keep some of this stuff personal, so I won't say what it was. My success is too not really getting further with my goals, but working on the projects more and more and doing more research than I have been. Yes and no. Some days I'm like, no, I can't do it tonight. I'm just too tired. Also, it's Friday. Yay. Thank God, right? Sounds like my sister's home, I think. Anyways, so one thing about self-growth or whatever, I think it's important to write down your goals every day. So even if it's just for that week of your goals of things to do, so you had a week this week to go to the bank, get a doctor's checkup, your dentist, go for lunch with someone you haven't had lunch with in forever, or coffee even. Also your long-term goals too. So maybe writing those down too, just so you're reminded of why you keep going, even if you feel like giving up, like there's a reason for you to keep going, and just writing those goals down will remind you, and the thought of being a success in those goals too, and just having that positive mindset that one day those goals will be no longer goals and they will be there and they will be real. So I wanted to talk about something that does hold people back, I think, from succeeding with their goals is overthinking. I'm horrible for overthinking. Sometimes I could just think and think and think on the same thing for hours on end, and sometimes it has made me cry or break down, and it's tough because sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you can't control it as much as you want to. It's really hard, and I think that's what holds people back from their goals, also from life too in general. If I overthink, I like to leave the house because it's easier, it distracts you, I guess. Yeah, so which is a good thing, right? So you're not isolated. So I just wanted to say, talk about ways that you could help yourself with overthinking a little bit, and it holds back your self-growth too, because you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm lost, or I'm overwhelmed with this and that, and it doesn't really help you in ways of becoming a stronger person or reaching your goals. Like I said, it holds you back. Like that overthinking holds me back all the time. Or having a regret too, but it's not really a regret, it's just overthinking. So you leave someone's house that you wanted to do something with, but you didn't do it because you chickened out, and then it just bugs you for that day. That kind of what happened. That kind of what happens to me. And I just gotta like think, okay, no, they're fine. They're not upset with me. Or distract yourself by meditating, going out with your family, seeing your family or friends or whoever. So one thing is, I wrote down my notes. I found an article that could really help you. I know these articles and books may not actually help your growth, but they give you ideas of what you can do, and then you could actually do them or not do them. It's up to you, really. I'm just giving you my own advice and my own opinions and trying to be relatable. So to people with anxieties and overthinking. So notice when you're thinking too much. So I guess this is a part of your self-awareness. So if you're lost in thought, try to get yourself out of that thought. Or try to distract yourself with a different thought, a more positive thought. And the more positive thoughts you bring, you could probably train yourself to overthink of positive thoughts or positivity and what you can see in your future or whatever. So I guess that would incorporate with challenging your thoughts. So if you were to have a negative thought, but you then change it, challenge it with a different thought, it might corrupt that negative thought, and you may be having more of a positive day, which will bring you back positivity. If that makes sense, or if that was a total mistake of what I just said, because I think it might have been. Let me see. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh wow. It also says like the dangers of overthinking. I could bring, you know, it is easy. Toxic thoughts are really easy to get inside your head. Honestly, I don't know why. Why can't we just train ourselves? Why couldn't we just be born positive? Why couldn't we just have a positive mindset all the time? And then I feel like a lot of people there would be a lot more kindness in this world. So another thing would be avoiding dwelling on your thoughts. So just like I said earlier, leaving the house to do something, or like doing something with a friend, instead of isolating yourself in your room and just thinking over and over again. And it also gets you nowhere when you do something like that. And lastly is practicing mindfulness. You're not if you're thinking you're stuck in your past, you're stuck about thinking about your future too much too, it can make you just, as I said, depressed, sad, thinking, will this ever happen for me, or why did I do this? You have to stop thinking, or you have to try to stop thinking that way, because you're living in the now. And when you think of those future thoughts or those other thoughts again, a lot of it has to do with depression and sadness. But then again, if you're thinking, this is going really good for me, I see a future, and you keep going at it, then yes, that's something to be excited for the future, for sure. Anyways, I think that's it for today. Let me know below what you think of overthinking. If you overthink, if you don't overthink, I'd love to hear your opinions and how you guys are doing. Whoever's watching this, please comment below. And also don't forget, if you have any ideas of what is wrong with my neck or why it's hurting. I don't think you would, but anyways, have a lovely evening, everyone, and see you guys.